Welcome to GlassTalk, Canada's podcast for the architectural glass industry. Now here's your host, Patrick Flannery.
Hi, everyone. It's Pat Flannery from Glass Canada magazine, coming to you to invite you to register for Top Glass. Our registration is now open. Top Glass, as you probably know, is Canada's industry event, trade conference, and trade show for the architectural glass industry. Commercial glazing, primarily on the aluminum side, very much focused on the ICI side of the business, part five construction, I guess you would say, part three, part five, and high-rise residential storefront, all that great commercial side of things. We do our show every year. This year it is April 30th at the International Center. It involves four sessions, like educations, seminar sessions with Q&A and great speakers that I'll get into here in a moment, and also a big trade show floor with, I think we have over 40 exhibitors this year, top people in the Canadian glass and glazing supply industry side of things, and we certainly thank our exhibitors and our sponsors very much. And I'll get into some of who those are too. But main thing is registration is open. topglasscanada.com is your website to go to and register online. We have introduced a small charge this year for the first time in the show's 10-year history. Obviously, this is just covering costs, economic realities. The prices of everything have gone up, and we want to ensure that we have as many vendors and new vendors, which there are some, there for you to see every year. So we're asking you to pony up a small amount of money. I think you'll find it's definitely worth it, and certainly in line or lower than what you'd pay at most trade shows. Anyways, it's again April 30th, International Center in Mississauga, with, and of course we're very excited about this, added last year, a plant tour the day before at Trulite Glass and Aluminum Solutions, right in nearby Vaughan Woodbridge. And we're going to be taking people through that plant throughout the day on April 29th, the day before. You register for the tour, and you get to have a nice walk through the shop and see upwards of $20 million of advanced glazing technology that Trulite has installed over the last couple of years. They've really upgraded that facility, and I know everybody over there is very excited to show it off and explain to everybody what they're doing and how they're doing it, and give you a look at some of the latest and greatest. So please, if you're involved in the industry, it's a great opportunity to see how it's made. Anyways, the program this year just looks terrific. I think there's going to be something for everybody. We're going to start the day with a cross-country codes and standards update. That is your meat and potatoes, absolutely critical information. Terry Adamson, the technical director at Fenestration Canada, and Amy Roberts from FGIA. And of course, FGIA is the group that writes the AAMA standards that we all know and use in our specifications. They are going to be doing a review of what's coming in the standards, what's coming in the building codes across the country, any recent updates that are of interest to our side of the industry, and any new things that are coming down the pipeline, what they're talking about. Of course, they can't tell you what will happen until the committees make their decisions, but these folks have a lot of inside information about what the discussions are at the committees and what's likely to occur. So it's really an exclusive opportunity to have a look, to get a bit of a forecast on where things are going, and that's why we want to do it, and we think it's just critical information for everyone to prepare their businesses for what's ahead. Next up, we have the Top Glass Marking Panel. I wanted to get away from all of the constant discussion of energy efficiency and green building, not because those things aren't important, not because we want to talk about them, but because there's been a lot of it. So I thought we could do a little bit more aesthetics this year and have a discussion about the various ways that we can change the look of glass, the various technology involved, the pros and cons of each technology, and just get into really educating and giving a well-rounded vision of how this all works. And so what I've done is I've got Adam Mitchell from Agnora, Andrew Dolphin from BV Glazing Systems, Adam Shearer from iMagic Glass, and Matthew Christie from Walker Glass. We're gonna have a little panel. Each one of them is going to do a little presentation on their well, I don't know if it's their favorite, but anyways, one of the methods of marking glass. Definitely going to be looking at digital printing, frit, laser etching, acid etching, just all the different approaches that we can take, and talking a little bit about the pros and cons and ups and downs of each of those. So it should be it should be very informative, and really getting some input from some people who are experts in each of those fields and whose companies do those kinds of work. Then we also at the show we have the we have a really something that's we do every year, where the OGMA, the Ontario Glass and Metal Association, presents its awards of excellence. It's just it's a chance to look at a couple of great projects that happened in Ontario, usually over the last year. It is a chance for people to come up and the smiles on their faces while they receive their award and their recognition from the OGMA. It's really a celebration of the industry and a celebration of what we do, and it's always just really nice and interesting to see the great work that people have executed. Then following that, we have another really cool panel that's something different for Top Glass, that I think is going to be a lot of fun for everybody. We have a panel from the of people. This was arranged by IUPAT, the IUPAT Glazers, the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades, who do the contract for commercial glazing in Ontario. And they have put together, moderated by Travis Nevins, Jamie Clifford from the Ontario Finishing Trades Institute, who does most of a lot of glazier training in Ontario, Matt Fox, an IUPAT training specialist, Alex Sheikman, he is from Building Envelope Systems Installations, and Noel Marcella, from the Architectural Glass and Metal Contractors Association, who, of course, is the negotiating body on behalf of the owners in the union contracts in Ontario. So just this great across the board industry panel of people who are involved in training and bringing along the next generation of glaziers. So as we know, labor supply, getting the best people, getting certified people, is just one of the challenges we all face in our businesses. It's ongoing, it's constant, but there are great groups out there working very hard and doing a lot of great work to bring along the next generation. And this panel is going to talk about that. They're going to talk about a lot of the issues with labor. They're going to inform us about what goes on within their various organizations to promote glazier expertise and glazier training. There could be some discussion of whether or not glazing should be a mandatory trade in Ontario, which is always a hot button issue. So please join us for that panel and get a whole lot of information about what the union is doing, what FIT is doing, and what the owner's perspective is on all of this, and how they're helping to bring along the trade. Next up, we have the aesthetics of sustainable design, and really the great thing here is we have Juliette Cook from Half Climate Design. She is just a wonderful speaker and presenter. She knows absolutely everything about sustainable building design. She has done some incredible work on embodied carbon calculations. They have studies, they have research. But here again, she's coming with something a little bit different. Juliette is going to talk to us about aesthetics. She's going to talk about how do you communicate through architecture and your building facade design that a building is sustainable, is built with energy efficiency and carbon calculations in mind. It's built with awareness of the environment. These are, our architecture, I think, plays a role in communicating as well as just holding in the air in the building. And Juliette is going to touch a bit on, if it's green, does it need to look green, or how can it look green, or how do we get that across in our architecture and our building? And I've already seen some of Juliette's examples of this, and they're very interesting. There is a different design aesthetic there, and it may be something that we see more and more of. So I'm very excited about our lineup at Top Glass. Of course, Top Glass is not possible without our incredible exhibitors and sponsors. I do encourage you to go to topglasscanada.com, and you will see there our big list of exhibitors who will be on the trade show floor. There'll be opportunities to go around and browse those booths and talk to them. And then we have a number of companies and organizations who have stepped up as sponsors and have a big role for us in the day. It's really great to have these companies come on board and want to support the Canadian industry. We have our platinum sponsors, JLM Wholesale and McGrory Glass. Silver sponsors are Richelieu Glazing Systems, Curare, longtime supporters, Flexijet, great supporters, XYG, first time in, I believe, as sponsors. Our silver sponsor, ScreenCo, always a big supporter of the industry, both on the residential and the commercial side. We have our swag bag sponsor is Curare. Our lanyard sponsor is Mappy. ScreenCo will also be sponsoring and providing some refreshments and coffee. Fenestration Canada has stepped up and will be doing a lounge, a little relaxation area where there'll be refreshments, and you can talk to their individuals there and talk to each other, I guess. A little networking zone. And our plant tour is sponsored by Trelleborg. So we have just a whole bunch of places have come together to help us out with this. And now what we need is for you to come together and help us out with this. Let's all get out, support the industry. Top Glass is a 100% Canadian event, folks. It is owned by Annex Business Media, Canada's largest independent trade publisher. We are supported and helped by Canadian companies who are serving the Canadian industry. This is, I guess, in these days, this would be the time to want to come out and get together to support Canada's glass industry and Canada's glass event at Top Glass. So hope to see you all there, April 29th and 30th in Mississauga. topglasscanada.com is your website to get registered. Registration is open. You'll be hearing and seeing lots about the show over the next days and weeks. And thanks very much for tuning in, and see you at Top Glass.
Thanks for listening to GlassTalk. You can find this episode at glasscanadamag.com or on the major podcasting services. GlassTalk is a presentation of Glass Canada Magazine and Annex Business Media.